Hello, I'm Reno, the French golf coach. Thank you for watching this video. I'm here in USA, in Oregon, to be exact, in Tithero Golf Club. It's a beautiful course, and I'm very happy to be here. And I want to explain to you my vision about how to use your hips during the golf swing. Hips, it's one of the major points in golf swing that you really need to understand. And I will explain to you in my way how to do it. But just before this, don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter. You have the link upper right on this window, maybe on the description of this video, and you will receive on your email box 4 videos where I'm talking about the 4 dynamics fundamentals of golf swings, which are RRB, that I really want you know by heart before even watching my videos. I don't want to repeat all the time. So about the hips, a lot of people in golf believe hips needs to be like stable and with no motion. You see, I heard some players say, I don't want to move my hips to increase my power and backswing and keep my balance. But let me tell you that it's not a good idea. First, you cannot have any confusion between mobility and stability. I mean, if you're, for example, on a boat and you put some glue under your shoes, and then your shoes are stuck in the ground, if the boat moves, then you go to lose balance quite easily. But your feet are not mobile. That means if you want to keep your balance on a boat, you need to be mobile. So that's the kind of balance we need in golf. That means being mobile, just like Jack Nicklaus, all that 70s golf swings. You see all that people were driving, especially driving, but even any golf swings played with a lot of mobility and a lower body. And that's what I want to talk to you about. How about your hips? Your hips, in a kind of way, is the engine of your swing. All the motion, all the energies come from the hips. And I remember Vijay Singh, like 20 years ago, he did an interview and he said that he doesn't understand why amateur players doesn't know how to use hips to find power through the ball. I will explain to you why and how to do it. First, you need to understand, it's very important, that the initiation of your swing is from the middle of the body, from the hips, from the body, but the center of the body is somewhere here. So I start my swing, I follow through, and I finish. And this is the simple exercise you can do. You just turn right, turn left. On this exercise, sorry for my accent, it looks easy, but you need to do it in a proper balance. If I do that, for example, I don't feel balance. If I do that, I don't feel balance. You can see my right foot is above the ground. I need to keep my foot fingers on the ground. This is very important. As much I have balance on my right hip, now I'm balanced and I'm really powerful. You can see my hips turn fully right. And it will be for sure same on the finish. Perfect balance on the left foot, even if you're allowed to do that for sure. But backswing, balance, hip rotation, follow through, balance, hip rotation. This is the main motion of the golf swing. You really need to understand that. Most of people don't. Second thing is how to let the arms taking the energy of the hips. That's what Vijay Singh says. Amateur people doesn't understand how hips give the power to the club head. The key here is doing nothing with your arms. Be really passive with your arms, really passive with your golf club. I'll let the club down here, just like hanging naturally. And look at that. If I just turn my hips, I do nothing with my arms. I turn my hips, and soon my club and arms are going to follow the hips, like this. You see that the club is sliding on the ground only because of the rotation of my hips. That's the best view of the impact position you can have. I'm here, I feel when I turn. Okay, I'm very passive in my arm, but it will be exactly the same process on backswing. On backswing, I'm very passive on my arm. You see my hips are turning backward and turning, and then my arms are still passive here. Most of you guys would have been there, but this is not good. If I let the gravity play on the club, my club doesn't want to be forward than this, just here. But maybe with more speed and inertia, I'm gonna be somewhere higher. But to understand, if I do nothing with my arms, everything with my hips, that's my position. That works very well for chipping, for example. So, backward, hips turn, forward, hips turn. And let's see that I'm going to hit that ball with my hips. You feel that my hips hit that ball. One more. I do nothing with my arms, hips on the right, hips on the left. And then I feel my hips follow, my club just follow the hips. This is very important, you feel this. Right, for driver, I got a driver here because it's a long par 4, and it works with every club. You can do it with chipping, ironing, woods, game is always the same. First advice, turn your hips. Second advice, turn with the best balance as possible. Third advice, keep it relaxed, arms relaxed, and feel that the club is following the hips. It's not the club first and then the hips. That's not coordinated. I want you to coordinate the hips and your club all the time. You will feel it with those simple exercises. I do it. Hips backward, forward. Let's go. All my feeling is in the hips. All I want is turning properly right and left and keep the rhythm and the relax of my arms. A little bit on the right, but it's still a good touch. I like it. So I hope this video is going to help you. Leave me a comment. Tell me how you feel this advice. I can make it different. I can make different videos about hips if you need so. Anyway, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.